few of us get very concerned about some issues, but I think in general the teacher in the classroom is not as involved in the big issues in education today as he should be. And I don't think it's just a problem in Texas. I think it's really a nationwide problem. We've been content to work with our students, teach our classes, and do our job as we saw it, but many of us have not gotten involved.
Would you say this in spite of the number of teacher strikes and et cetera that have gone on last year?
Yes, I would, because I think I see the teacher strike or the work stoppage or the professional day, whatever you want to call it, as a symptom or of a years and years of non-involvement.
There are major sources of revenue at the present time available to us in Texas that are either not taxed at all or are inadequately taxed. I would like to see us raise the natural resources severance tax back to where it used to be 10 years ago, both in gas and sulfur. I'd also like to see us remove all luxury items from exemption under the state sales tax, such as beer, whiskey, cigarettes, all the luxury items that are presently exempt, I think, ought to be taxed. Assuming we adopt a two-year budget, I think that we're going to have to raise something like $300 million in new tax money. Now, frankly, if all the things that I would like to see done were done, we'd have to raise closer to $800 million. I'm afraid, however, that we're not going to have the votes to do all the things we need to do to upgrade education, for example, in Texas.
Who would be hit hardest by a natural gas tax?
Primarily industrial and commercial users outside the confines of our state who are using up our natural resources and I don't think are paying an adequate amount of tax for that privilege.
Tarrant County Commissioners were surprisingly agreeable today after last week's budget hearing at which they argued about almost everything. Newly installed Commissioner Dick Anderson seemed to be the calming force behind today's piece, with the battle between County Judge Howard Green and the rookie Commissioner Skeet Richardson, who last week proposed a 10% across-the-board pay increase for county employees. Today, the court approved, with little discussion, an 8% increase for all employees who make less than $450 per month, a 6% increase for all others, and a 5% pay hike for all of the elected officials of Tarrant County. No doubt that will make the employees happy, but it will almost certainly stir the sleeping dragons, elected officials who had asked for 20% salary increases. In addition, today, the court agreed to compromise on a $2,000 a year pay raise for Lou Owens, the manager of the convention center, who at $18,000 is Tarrant County's highest paid official to not be elected. More than one such tranquil hearing is foreseen before commissioners get through the thorny question of the budget. About $17.5 million is involved, the amount of the balanced income, before it could be spread thick or thin enough to satisfy all the budget requests. One thing is certain, before the budget hearings are completed, the 3-2 control of the court will have to be revised after 14 years, and some county departments may find themselves completely out of business, while others may be operating with less money than ever before. This is Jerry Taft, Channel 8 News in Fort Worth.